So a couple thoughts on the deal of the century. First of all, I want to say how much of an honor it was to be invited to the White House, to witness the announcement. There was obviously a lot of energy and excitement in the room, and I think that's because there are a lot of people in the United States and obviously on the Israeli side who are very eager and excited and willing to engage in a deal and to make a deal and really to make peace. And unfortunately, I wish it was the same case for the Arabs who rejected the deal before it was even announced. It goes to show that really there's two basic issues here. Number one, if you're going to make a deal, you have to make a deal with someone. You have to have a partner for peace. And time again, the Palestinian Muslims have shown that they are less interested in state building and more interested in engaging in terror. And the deal calls for the Palestinian Muslims to behave like a state in order to be a state, to agree to defined borders, one of the basic principles that you need for a state, to have a legitimate government, to reject Hamas, to dismantle Hamas, a foreign designated terrorist group, and of course to have a stable and secure population. Rejecting $50 billion worth of economic investment. They are rejecting a capital in East Jerusalem, and President Trump yesterday announced that he was prepared to move or to create an American embassy in this capital. Of course, they are rejecting the establishment of a state. So the second point that I think has to be emphasized is that the deal, even though there are a lot of innovative ideas, is still based really on a false premise, and a premise that is frankly passé at this point, which is the so-called two-state solution. Creating another Islamic state in a sea of failed Islamic dictatorships is not a solution to anything. It's not going to create peace, especially when you have the level of incitement to violence that is targeted at Muslim youth really across the Muslim majority world, encouraging them to engage in violent jihad or holy war against infidels, of which obviously Jews and Americans are defined as. What was incredibly historic yesterday, and I think long overdue, is finally a recognition by the United States of America, the most powerful country on this planet, that Jews and Israel have every legal right to exert sovereign control